Most presidents do not move back to their hometowns when they leave office, but Jimmy and Rosalind Carter decided to return to Plains in 1981. They had a full agenda in front of them. They worked with the National Park Service to set up the Boyhood Home in Plains. They worked with the National Archives to set up the Presidential Library in Atlanta. And also, President Carter was a professor at Emory University in Atlanta. But the two of them decided they wanted to do more, so they established the Carter Center. And the Carter Center has a very interesting agenda of trying to help people around the world and promote human rights. They do this by trying to eliminate diseases that inflict people in poor countries. They're very active in resolving conflicts around the world. They monitor elections to ensure that elections are fair. And they also have become active in the mental health area and try to make people more aware of mental health issues so there's not the stigma that is often attached by some people to mental illness. So the Carter Center was founded in the early 1980s and has continued to grow as a thriving organization. Jimmy and Rosalind Carter devoted their post-presidential years to the establishment and the operation of the Carter Center. The Carter Center is active in many areas. The initial intent was to focus on international conflicts where you might have the potential for an outbreak of war between two countries. And there sometimes is a better role for private individuals than the U.S. government to mediate those disputes, in part because our government often cannot talk to one side or the other because we recognize one government. So the Carter Center became a focal point for international negotiations. As an offshoot of that, the prestige that President Carter has around the world was very useful when nations were conducting elections, because it's important to know, one, whether the election was fair, and two, for both sides to accept the results of the election if it is fair. And so President Carter formed an election monitoring operation at the Carter Center that helps promote elections around the world, and it's been very effective in places like Indonesia and Liberia in bringing a move towards democratic institutions. Many of the Carter Center activities are devoted to health, and there are many of them, but the one that gets the most attention is the attempt to eradicate guinea worm. Guinea worm is a very hurtful worm that grows in the human body. And when the Carter Center started working on this disease in the 1980s, there were about 3.5 million cases around the world. But as of 2011, the number of cases was well below 2,000, and most of them were concentrated in one or two countries in Africa. So this is a very exciting story for the Carter Center, that you have a disease like this that you can identify, develop strategies, bring together the resources, and eventually eliminate this disease from the face of the earth.